What's up everybody, this is Teacher Ivan from NextGen Academy. Our goal in this channel is to help you achieve your highest potential and to help you understand subjects in the easiest and the most efficient way. If you'd like to get more tips and tricks on how to achieve A star in your IGCSE, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Lastly, if you need any help in your studies, you can always head on to our website, link in the below, or our Instagram, drop us a DM and we'll be able to help you. Enjoy this video and I wish you all the best.
Alright, okay, welcome back my NextGen family. Today we are going to go through this paper, February-March 2024, paper 2. Okay, I think this is a pretty easy paper, so you should score as many marks as you can, alright, from this paper itself. Okay, so I want you all to ask me any questions. If you all got any questions, quickly type in the chat. Have your calculators with you also. Okay, let's go straight to question 1. Okay, number 1. A night bus runs from 21:50 this time to 05:18 the next day. Work out the number of hours and minutes that the night bus runs. Okay, how do we do this? The next day. The next day means how do we calculate this? Okay, what's the next day? You need to add 24 hours. Okay, so first thing, what y'all do is you add 05:18, you add 24 hours first because it is the next day. Okay, so 29:18 will be your ending time. Okay, how do I find the total time? Remember, I taught you all you can use your calculator to do this also. You're going to take 29:18 minus 21:50. Okay, if you're not confident to do this, because sometimes in exam we make some silly careless mistake, type into your calculator this working. 29, okay, remember this, you use this button, this degree, minute, second button. So you type this, 29, you press that button, 18, you press that button, minus 21, that button, and 50, that button. Okay, just double check your answer. Everyone try together. Minus 21, 50. Okay, what do you see on your calculator? Okay, on your calculator, if you follow this, you should get like this, 7:28, 0. Okay, this is a calculator trick to calculate for time. Okay, minus it off. Okay, if you manually do it also can. This one you borrow 1. So this one will become 28. This one you add 60. Okay, so 60 plus 18 minus 50. You will get here 28. And this one 7. So 7 hours, 28 minutes. Okay, don't make silly mistake. This one all 3 marks for you on the first few questions. Okay, second one. Calculate square root 5.76 plus 2.8 cube. Okay, everyone, type into your calculator. Square root 5.76 plus 2.83 cube. Okay, what do you get? Square root 5.86 plus 2.8 cube. Okay, do you need to round off for this? Okay, they give you 24.352. Don't round it up. Okay, this one don't round it up. Because this is a terminating decimal, so we just leave it like this. Okay, number 3. Simplify 4m plus 7k minus m plus 3k. So we're going to take the one that has the same terms together, m and the m, and then the k and the k, you add it up together. Okay, so 4m minus m plus 7k plus 3k. Okay, if you want to rewrite it like this, so this will be 3m plus 10k. Okay, next one. The diagram shows the net of a cuboid with its base shaded. The length of the cuboid is 10 cm, its width 4 cm, and its height 5 cm. Write down the values of A, B, C, and D. Okay, this one, you all know what's net? Net is a 3D shape. Cut it out, lay it out on a flat surface, then make it to 2D. Okay, look, this is the base part of it. So base, then you fold it up your origami like that. Okay, they say length is 10 cm. Okay, so can we say this part here is 10 cm? Length is 10 cm. Width 4 cm. Okay, height 5 cm. Okay, this will be your height. Got it? Length, width, and height. Okay, be careful when you're calculate this. Okay, first one, we want to find what is A. Okay, how can we find A here? A is made up of, this is 10. The two parts here is how much? Okay, this part, this part. So you have to see how it's being folded. This one will go here, right? This one is the side, right? Can you see? So here is 4. Here is also 4. Both sides here is 4. So my answer here is A equals to 10 plus 4 plus 4, which is equals to 18. Okay, second one. B. Okay, B, this one is quite obvious. B is equals to 10. C. Okay, what about this? C, how is it being folded? What is this value here? 5? Okay, everyone agree? Is this 5 or not? Okay, I want you to look at it carefully. Is it 5 for this part here? Okay, you all got to fold it up. Got to fold it up. Okay, you look here. This is your base, right? In fact, this is the top part. Can see it up? This is the top part. So this piece and this piece is actually the same. Look like 5, right? Because why? We look like that. We look at it like that. No, cannot. You have to see which piece is it. This is the bottom part. This is the top part. So actually this piece and this piece here is the same. So C is actually equals to 4, not 5. Okay. One last one. D. Okay, D, we just add it up. We already label it. 5 plus 4, which is equals to 9. Okay, so here 18, 10, 4, and 9. Okay, let's go to the next one. Very clear, just now some of you asked on this one. 18, 10, 4, and 9. Okay, let's go to question 5. There are 20 cars in the car park and 3 of the cars are blue. James wants to draw a pie chart to show this information. Find the angle of the sector for the blue cars in this pie chart. Okay, pie chart formula is just theta over, in this case is the ratio times 360 degrees. So 3 over 20 times 360 degrees. Okay, no problem, Nila. Welcome, welcome. Okay, here is 54. Okay, one of the 20 cars is picked at random. Find the probability that this car is not blue. Okay, so number, not blue. How many is not blue? 20 minus 3, which is 17. Okay, probability that is not blue. Actually, you don't have to write working until like that. This is just, okay, this one is just 1 mark only. So 17 over 20. Okay, do you need to write the angle? Just write down. Okay, write down here, 54 degrees. Okay, next one. Question 6. Write AB as a column vector. Okay, do you know what's a column vector? Column vector means it is made up of X movement and Y movement. Okay, so from A to B, how many X and how many Y? So the X is here. Okay, from A to B, so this is from A to the left. Going to the left means negative. So this will be negative 10. Going up, this one will be positive 3. Okay, you got to remember column vector, it is presented in X and Y. So our answer here is minus 10, 3. Okay, minus 10, positive 3. Okay, question 7. As the temperature increases, the number of people who go swimming increases. Write down the type of correlation that this statement describes. You thought we add the coordinates of A and B. No, you don't add it up. Yeah, AB means the direction from A to B. Got it? So we need to understand what does a vector mean from here to here. Okay, type of correlation. How do we describe this? If one increase, one of the variable increase, the other variable also increase. Be careful on this. When they say the word correlation, we are not going to write it as directly or inversely proportional. Okay, that is wrong. When they say type of correlation, you got 3 answers. Yes, Melina. Okay, 3 answers are either positive, negative, or no correlation. Okay, I want you all to be careful on this because a lot of students will say this one. Okay, this one, just write down a note. Don't use directly or inversely proportional. You won't use directly or inversely proportional to describe correlation, even though it might be the same meaning. The term is very important here. Okay, so we're just going to write here as positive correlation because as this one up, this one also up. Negative means one up, the other one go down. Okay, let's go to question 8. The nth term of a sequence is n squared minus 3. Find the first 3 terms of this sequence. All you need to do, substitute your n inside. Okay, n is 1, 2, and 3. So first term, 1 square minus 3, 2 square minus 3, 3 square minus 3. Okay, you get negative 2, 1, and 6. Right, you all need to remember all the type of sequences. So in this case, come out in paper 2. Normally paper 2 type of sequences much easier. But if it comes out in paper 4, remember the previous paper got up to 10 marks question. So we need to be careful for the formulas over here. Okay, question B. These are the first 5 terms of a different sequence. Find the nth term of this sequence. Number 1, we need to define what type of sequence is this first. 1, 3, 9, 27, 81. Okay, what's the pattern here? This to this, this to this, this to this, and this to this. Times 3. Okay, times 3, what type of sequence do we call this? Multiply by 3. We will define this as a very good geometric sequence. Okay, geometric sequence. Geometric sequence formula, the nth term formula is AR to the power of n minus 1. Okay, just put into this formula. A is your first term. R is your common ratio. Okay, common ratio means you multiply by how much? So you're going to put this into here, which is 1, 3 to the power of n minus 1. Okay, we just summarize it as 3 to the power of n minus 1. However, if you want to straight away write down the formula, this one also is okay. Okay, 3 to the power of n minus 1. Okay, let's go to question 9. The line y equals to 2x minus 5 intersects the line y equals to 3 at the point P. Find the coordinates of the point P. Okay, keyword here, intersect. Intersect means we do simultaneous equation. Okay, simultaneous equation. So I'm going to substitute this into here. Okay, equation will be 2x minus 5 is equals to 3, 2x equals to 8, x is equals to 4. Okay, so my x is equals to 4 and my y is equals to 3. 4, 3. That's all we need to do. Okay, next one. Question 10. The diagram shows a trapezium PQRS. Calculate the area of the trapezium. Area. What is the formula for area of trapezium? 1 over 2 A plus B multiplied by perpendicular height. Okay, A and B, these are the length of your parallel side. Okay, so we need to first define where is the parallel side and then where is the height. This and this parallel, this is your height. Okay, this 4.4 is just a distraction only, so we won't be using this for area. You only use the parallel side and the height. So over here you get 1 over 2, 5.3 plus 8.7 multiplied by 3.8. Okay, type this in calculator, you get 26.6. Okay, next one. Without using a calculator, work out 1 and 1 over 4 minus 5 over 6. You must show all your working and give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. Okay, what are you going to do? Take a calculator, type out this equation first. Okay, write down your answer. 1 and 1 over 4 minus 5 over 6. Okay, answer here is 5 over 12. You write it somewhere at the side first. Then only you do your working. Okay, how do I change this? 1 and 1 over 4. Okay, if don't know also, just type in the calculator. Okay, it will give you the answer, the value itself. 5 over 4. This is like that. You times, then you plus. 5 over 4 minus 5 over 6. Okay, this one you need to show it lah. Change it to same denominator first. You multiply this by 6. This one you change, multiply it by 4. So your answer, here you get 30 minus 20 over 24. Which you get 10 over 24. You divide it by 5. 5 over 12. Sorry, divide by 2. Oh yeah, sorry, teacher, you're smarter than teacher. Use 12, actually easier. Your lowest common multiple is 12. Okay, so you can do, what's the other way? 5 over 4 minus 5 over 6 times 3 times 3 times 2 times 2. Okay, here will be 15 minus 10 over 12, 5 over 12. Okay, same answer. Okay, question 12. Farid spins a 3-sided spinner with side label A, B, and C. The probability that the spinner lands on C is 0.35. Farid spins the spinner 40 times. Calculate the number of times he expects the spinner to land on C. It is just probability. You take 40 multiplied by the probability, 0.35, which you'll get 40. Okay, next one. The bearing of B from A is 107 degrees. Calculate the bearing of A from B. Okay, a lot of students tell me, teacher, my bearing not so good. We will revise this again when we do in these coming weeks again on Trigo. I will try to find all the hard questions for y'all for bearings also. Okay, how to understand bearing? When you all read bearings, right, you see in IGCSE paper, they always put the other way around the statement. It's not B to A, B from A. So where is your starting point? A is your starting point. Very important to define your starting point. You all see here? Okay, don't make the mistake by reading it as B to A, because every time you all read very fast. Okay, so start is A. So how do I draw 107 degrees? You need to sketch this out first. Okay, let's define this is A. Okay, this is my north direction. 107, let's roughly estimate now. 107 will be slightly more than 90 degrees, like that. So from A to B, like this is 107 degrees. Okay, 170 degrees. They want us to calculate the bearing of A from B. Okay, where is A from B? A from B, the bearing will be over here. Got it? Okay, so what can I do to find the angle? Can I do this? Find this angle here, then take 360 minus the angle. Okay, I want to find this little angle here first. Let's call this theta. Okay, this theta value will be 180 degrees minus 107 degrees. Okay, why? Because both of these, they are parallel and we can use co-interior angle. Okay, these are called co-interior angle. When two parallel lines, the two angles inside. Your angle here will be equals to 73 degrees. Okay, this is 73. So for me to find the bearing of B, of A from B, I will take 360 degrees minus 73 degrees, which will get 287 degrees. Okay, anyone don't understand this part here on the concept of bearing? Okay, from north, yes, it is from north, always from north, then clockwise direction. Okay, let's go to question 14. A train 1,750 meters long is traveling at 55 kilometers per hour. Calculate how long it will take for the whole train to completely cross a bridge that is 480 meters long. Give your answer in seconds, correct to the nearest second. Okay, this question has come up numerous times over the many years. Okay, how do we understand this part here? Number one, we need to use what formula first? Speed, distance, time. Okay, speed equals to distance over time. What is given to us? Distance, speed. Okay, but look at the question. They say, how long will it take for the whole train to completely cross a bridge that is 400 meters, 480 meters long? So what is my distance here actually? What is my distance? Okay, if you cannot understand this question, I just draw it out for y'all so that y'all can see. Okay, I got a train here, like that. Okay, we call this train Thomas. Okay, because Thomas the train, right? Okay, this train is 1750 meters long. Okay, the bridge here is 480 meters long. Irfan say, you plus 1750 plus 480. Okay, why do we add this up together? Okay, this is the illustration. Because when they say completely cross the bridge, so imagine you got a timer right now. How are you calculating how are you starting your timer or your stopwatch? When the train, the head part first enter the track, right? Okay, we start the time. Understand? Like that. Okay, we start the time. Then the timeline keeps going on. Okay, do we stop the time when the train is in front like that? The head. Okay, the head. No, right? We only stop the timer when the entire train crosses the entire bridge. So it needs to clear 1750 plus 180 because only at the back side of the train, then we stop the timer. Got it? Okay, so this is the scenario. Okay, if you don't understand, just every time when you see this question, just add it up. Okay, the distance. Okay, another thing we need to take note of, the units for this question is all different. Okay, they give us 1 in meter, look at the speed, kilometer per hour, and then the answer that they want is in second. So we need to write down all the units over here. They're also testing you on conversion of units here. Okay, let's write down the distance first. Distance. Okay, distance is equals to 1750 plus 480, which is equals to 2230 meters. Okay, you look here, this and this, meters. Okay, look at the unit here. For me to find the time, this is in meters, but this is in kilometers per hour. So what do I need to do to this part here? You change this to kilometers first. Okay, you either change this to kilometers or you change this 55 kilometer per hour to change it to meter. Okay, for me, since I'm already doing this, let's just change this to km. 2230 divide 1000 km. Okay, which is 2.23 km. Okay, the speed that was given to us is 55 kilometer per hour. Okay, so this is how you'll do if you're unsure on the units. Write down the formula first. Okay, time is distance over speed. Look at the units. Kilometer, this is kilometer, this is kilometer per hour. So km divided by km per hour. How can we write it? Okay, you just write it like that. Km divided by km per hour. Km times hour over km, which you're just left with hour, right? Because km will cancel off. Okay, you also use your logic lah. Time should be in hour, minute, or second, right? Okay, as long as you put it correctly into the formula here. Okay, so now let's put the values inside. 2.23 divided by 55. Okay, my final answer will be in terms of hours. Okay, time into the calculator. Calculator will give you this 223.5500 hours. Okay, the final unit here is hours. But they want us to present it in seconds, okay, and correct to the nearest second. So hours to second, hours, minutes, second, times 60 times 60. This is a conversion. So take 223 over 5,500, multiply by 60, multiply by 60, or you multiply by 3,600. And you round it up, which you will get 146 seconds. All good? 3-mark question. Okay, any question under here? 1 to 40. Okay. Okay, so far, I think quite easy, right? This paper. Okay, you should get full marks unless you make careless mistakes. Let's go to question 15. Okay, question 15 on transformation. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto B. Object, image. Okay, we need to know what are the transformation first. First thing I will teach you all is the acronym. Okay, what's the acronym? When you think about transformation, you think about tikus. Okay, red. R, R, E, T. Okay, what's R, R, E, T? Rotation, reflection, enlargement, translation. Okay, only got 4. Don't go and create your own one. In our syllabus, we only learn 4 of it. Rotation, reflection, enlargement, translation. Okay, think about tikus, 老鼠. A to B, what is it? Okay, this is a reflection, right? We can draw a mirror, which is over here. Okay, this is the mirror. This is x equals to -2. Okay, another thing you all can see, right? You all look at the marks over here. These marks will give you some clues also. Right? 2 marks one will be reflection and translation. 3 marks describing of transformation will be rotation and enlargement. Okay, you all can remember it like this also. So you can narrow down if you are unsure. At least you guess also can guess. Okay, guess better. So this one is called reflection at x equals to -2. Okay, next one. Triangle A onto triangle C. Okay, A to C, not C to A, from the bigger one to the smaller one. Okay, which one is this? Change shape, the size of shape, will do enlargement. Okay, this enlargement, what you need to do, you connect the dots, the similar sides. So you see here, I'm connecting this and this, this and this, to find where is the center. So where they intersect, this is the center. This part here. Okay, what's the center? -3, -4. Okay, look at the size of this. Okay, how can you measure the scale factor? There are 3 things that you need to describe. Number 1, you say enlargement. Number 2 is the center. Number 3 is the scale factor. A scale factor got 2 ways to see it. It's either you measure the side, okay, you measure the one of the length, then you see, you calculate the image over the object. So in this case, this one, okay, we can take this length because I can measure it, right? This one is 2, this is 4. So the scale factor formula, you all can write this down. Okay, scale factor formula is image over object. Okay, the length of the image over object. However, there are some shapes, sometimes they don't draw for you until so nice. So what you can do is you measure from center to that point. Then from center to this other point on the object. So from center to object, you measure this length. Then you measure from center to image, this length. Then you put into this formula, image over object. Okay, this one, answer will be enlargement. It becomes small also is enlargement. So enlargement, center, -3, -4. Scale factor. Okay, what's the scale factor? This one, what did we calculate? Okay, from 4 became 2. So 2 over 4, which is equals to 1 over 2. Okay, next one. Draw the image of triangle A after a rotation 90 degrees clockwise about 1, 3. Okay, where is 90 degrees clockwise? Okay, I'm just going to draw the image here. Okay, where is 1, 3? Let's find here first. Okay, 1, 3. Okay, this point here. Clockwise means this way. Okay, so okay, as mentioned, this one very hard for me to measure to show you all here. Okay, if you are using your ruler, you use a triangle ruler, you use a side here, you measure like that. Okay, measure to here, then use the corner, you get this point here. Okay, this is the center. Okay, I just put it as highlighted first. Okay, go and measure from here to here, then draw a 90 degrees. You'll get over here. Okay, and then your last point, you'll get over here. Connect these three dots together. This is your rotation 90 degrees clockwise, about 1, 3. Okay, this is question 15. How many marks is this? 2, 3, 7. 7 marks in total. So paper 2 or paper 4 also can come up this question. All right, let's move on to question 16. X is an integer. The universal set is 1 to 10. P is an even number. Q, X is a multiple of 5. Okay, so what I like to do, write down all the values that represents in the set first. Okay, even number. What's even number? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, multiple of 5, 5, and 10. Okay, we also need to take note of what is not inside here. So outside, okay, outside of the set, you will get which number? Okay, you see what's not inside? 1, 3, 7, 9. Okay, so first thing, we see what's common first. Common, both of them got 10, so we put in the intercept here. Then 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. This one you got 5. And here you got 1, 3, 7, 9. That's outside. Easy. Okay, next one. Question 17. The height of each of 200 people is measured. The table shows the graph. Okay, sorry, someone asked question. The column beside X is not ratio. No. The column here is, read it as is. What is it? Like imagine in English, you're speaking, right? There you're speaking, then you put the column, right? Like Irfan is what? He's speaking. Okay, so this is the definition of X. Got it? Okay, another thing, right? You all understand why I put a curly bracket here? Okay, just in case, right, if they ask you to present the elements itself, this is the elements. When they say number of elements, we won't put a curly bracket. But if they say elements itself, you put a bracket here like this. Okay. Let's go. Next one. Question 17. The height of each of 200 people is measured. The table shows the result. Calculate an estimate of the mean height. Okay, what's the formula of mean? Write down first. Mean is sum of fx over sum of f. Okay, we have f already, which is here. We need to find what is the x value. X is your midpoint. Okay, midpoint of the height. How to find midpoint? You're going to add this plus this, divide by 2. Okay, write this down. X1 plus x2 divided by 2. You have to be careful because sometimes the midpoint is not in the same interval. Okay, you see this one 20, this one 10, 20, then this one 40. So don't assume that it's the same. So you just use your calculator to calculate it. This one you get 110, 125, 140, 170. You're going to take this, multiply and add it all up together. Show your working up, please. don't just straight type in the calculator and then get the answer. Okay, 32 times 110 plus 55 times 125 plus 64 times 140 plus 49 times 170 over total. Okay, normally they'll give you the total at 200. Okay, this part here also, calculate the top first and write it down. Okay, don't straight away put this whole thing in the calculator, because when we double check, right, it will be easier for us to double check the value on top here like that. Okay, calculate this, you'll get 27685 over 200. Okay, you type this into your calculator, what do you get on your calculator? They give you 138.425. Do I write out all the answers, all the values here, or do I round it up? Even though the question in front, okay, the instruction in front say round it up to 3 significant figure. Okay, this part here, you saw all the past year paper, teacher mentioned to you all also, please do not round it up if it is a terminating decimal. Got it? Okay, for mean, don't round it up. Write this down. For mean, don't round up for terminating decimal. You round it up, most likely you'll get wrong already. Okay, they won't give you the final part. Why? Okay, what do I mean by terminating decimal? You type into your calculator, it's not 138.425341123. That means it keeps going on and on, right or not? That means it's not an irrational number. Terminating decimal means it will end on your calculator. It only shows you 138.425. But in other type of questions, normally we round it up to 3 significant figures, right? In mean, if it's this one is more than 3 significant figure already, this is 6 significant figure. But you don't go round it up to 138. It's just the formula, okay? How they actually evaluate you. Sometimes got recurring answer, then this one doesn't apply. If 3.33, then you write 3.33 lah. Then that one you follow the instruction. The statement here only applies for terminating decimal. Okay, if your answer is an irrational number, then you go and write the round it up lah. Okay, round it up to 3 significant figure. Only for this one here. Okay, question 18. Find the HCF of 28 x to the power of 5, 98 x cubed. Okay, HCF, LCM, remember I like to use the ladder method. Okay, because you can solve for both HCF and LCM. In fact, I think it's the neatest, okay, to do the question. So I'll do this, you write side by side, 28 x5, 98 x cubed. You're going to draw a ladder by writing down the common factor. Okay, what are the common factors here first? Okay, let's settle the x first. X cubed, 28 x squared, 98. Okay, next one. 2. You get 49. 7. 2x squared, 7. Okay, can I do anything more? 2x squared, 7? Cannot, right? Okay, then we just leave it like this. Okay, why I like to use this method? Because they can potentially ask you HCF or LCM or both of it. This will be the easiest way for you to do it. Okay, HCF, remember, high-rise building. High-rise building means you take highest common factor, high-rise building, you take the high side only. Lowest common multiple, low, L shape. So you take all the values and you multiply. So HCF will be equals to x cubed times 2 times 7, which is equals to 14x cubed. Okay, will you get marks for this? Not really lah, actually. If you want to just factorize it normally, also can. Right? It's just that this method here, the ladder method, works for both LCM and HCF. Can. 14 times x cubed also can. The working here, actually no marks. 1 mark, 14, x cubed, 1 mark. Okay, let's go to question 19. The speed time graph shows info about a bus journey. Calculate the total distance traveled by the bus. Okay, number one, we need to define first. What can we find from speed time graph? Whenever you see motion graph type of question, write down the definition first. Okay, speed time, what can you find? Write it down somewhere at the side. Speed time, you can find two things. Number one, the gradient. Gradient is the acceleration. Number two, area is the distance traveled. Okay, area under the graph. So we want to find total distance, means I want to find the area. Okay, area, got two ways to do it. It's either you break it down to 3 parts. Okay, but for me, I think this is a trapezium. I took everything into trapezium. Okay, so bottom part here, this is 190. Top part, okay, top part over here is how much? 140 minus 20. This will be 120. Okay, over here, this is 15. Okay, so I'm going to use area of trapezium, which is 1 over 2a plus b times height. Okay, what's a plus b? 190 plus 120 multiplied by 15. Okay, calculate this. You'll get 2325. Next one. Calculate the area of triangle ABC. Okay, triangle got two formula. One formula is half times base times height. That one if you got the right perpendicular height. But in this case, this one is, we call it the crocodile mouth. You can see the crocodile mouth. I have this. I have this part here. Cos rule. Hey, are you sure? Area of the triangle. Okay, we don't use cos rule. Cos rule is to find the length. We want to find area of the triangle. Yeah, okay, the other formula. Okay, you all need to memorize all the formula. Area here is 1 over 2 AB sine C. AB is the two sides, 4.9 times 5.6 sine 23 degrees. Okay, which you get 5.36 cm squared. Okay, next one. Don't use cos rule. Cos rule will be wrong. Cos rule, you can use it. Where do you use sine for triangle? What do you mean, where do I use sine for triangle? The angle? No, this is just a formula. This is a formula that you have to know. 1 over 2 AB sine C. The C, okay, what is inside sine, cos, and tangent will always be the angle. Got it, Jason? Yeah, so it's not the side. This one is side, angle. Every time when you all do sine, cos, and tangent, it always follows with an angle, with a theta. Okay, next one. Write down the value of h. So for this question, we change it both to indices form first. So 3 and 1 over 5 equals to 3 to the power of h. H is equals to 1 over 5. Okay, simplify this. Don't make the common mistake of just cube the last value. You need to cube every single value inside. 4 cube x 3 times 3. Okay, what's 4 cube? 64 x 9. Okay, question 22. Inversely proportional question. Keyword here, inversely proportional to the square of x plus 3. X is 5, y equals to 0.375. Okay, whenever we see proportional type of question, we need to find the k value first. Okay, first step is find k. Okay, but how to find k? We write down the relationship first. Y is inversely proportional. Okay, we use that fish symbol to the square, x plus 3 squared. Okay, how to change the fish symbol? you multiply it by k. Okay, by the way, the first step is actually not necessary. You can straight away just write this also. Y equals to k over x plus 3 squared. Okay, how to find k? You're going to sub in the two values. X equals to 5, y is equals to 0.375. Sub it in. K over 5 plus 3 square. Okay, 5 plus 3 square, this is 64. K is 0.375 times 64, which is equals to 24. Okay, normally actually they will continue on by asking you to find another, like, therefore find x when find y when x equals to 20. Okay, but this one they just ask you to find y already. So you just need to find your k value first. So k, we substitute it in, will be 24 over x plus 3 squared. 21a, 1 over 5. Answer is 1 over 5. A few more questions. Question 23. Okay, what you all need to know, please know your 3 trigo graph. Sine, cos, tangent. Just the basic one will do. 3 marks for you all, okay? Normally they will come out like 1 question like that. Ask you to sketch it out. 2 marks, this is a 2-mark question. Okay, how do I draw cos graph? Question 22. Okay, I'll send this to you all. I'll send this to you all later. Okay, if I scroll down already, take a screenshot. Okay, how can we find cos graph? You all know how to draw a cos graph, okay? Remember, for every sine, cos, and tangent, if let's say you all really forget, right, you can calculate it out, okay? So you're going to start from 0 to 360 degrees. Okay, let's say if you really forget, you draw a table like that, and you put in intervals of 90. You calculate on your calculator 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360. Okay, so I want you all to type out in your calculator what is cos 0, cos 90, cos 180, cos 270, and cos 360. And another thing, please make sure when you all do your mathematics that time, especially for those MS students, when you all do trigo especially, on top of your calculator, there's a D symbol. Okay, you all just double check, all of you here, on your calculator, there's a D symbol. If it's an R symbol, all your trigo question 100% wrong. Okay, so you want to be safe. If you're unsure, maybe you put into your calculator, you put your calculator into your bag, then your bag did some mathematics, okay? While you're going to school, you carry your bag, then your maths, your calculator do some maths. Always reset your calculator first, okay? So you just press Shift 9 3 equal to reset your calculator. So to make sure that the mode that you want is in the default mode. Okay, so this time you will get 1, 0, -1, 0, and 1. Okay, take down these points. 1, 0, -1, 0, and 1. Okay, but you need to remember generally how the graph looks like. You cannot do like that. These are wrong. It's like a wavy line like that for both sine and cos. Okay, like this. Okay, next one. Solve the equation. Okay, I want you all to please know how to do this, because what I've seen, almost every paper will come out and solving of trigo. Okay, solving of trigo, the method that I taught you all is we use the ASTC method. So if you don't know the ASTC method, please go into my Thinkific and watch solving trigo equation. Okay, how to do this? Cos x equals to 0.294. The first step that you're going to do is find your base angle. Okay, find base angle. We call it alpha. How to find base angle? You're going to write this like that. Alpha is equals to inverse cos 0.294. Okay, so you press into your calculator, you press Shift cos 0.294. You'll get here 72.9 degrees. Okay, this first step here, even if there's a negative, ignore the negative. Okay, ignore negative if present. You're just going to type into the calculator without the negative. If you type it with a negative, wrong already, the answer. Okay, second step, you are going to use ASTC graph. Anyone has no idea how to do this ASTC? Okay, just say IDK. Okay, anyone still not so sure how to do ASTC method? Or you all use different, okay? Okay, IDK. Does tangent graph ever show up? I realize I have never drawn one because you haven't done enough past year question. Go on, will come up a few times. You go look through all the papers. But they like to ask sine and cos more lah. Okay, go come on. Okay, ASTC. Okay, ASTC, what you need to do. ASTC means like this. This is A, this is S, this is T, this is C. Okay. We are going to read the quadrants like this. A, S, T, then C. This is called first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Okay. If your answer is in the first quadrant, that means all your trigo, your sine, cos, tangent, the value, the answer is positive. So you see like this one, right? Cos x is equals to positive 0.294. So I want to see which quadrant fits this equation that they gave us in the question. Okay, so ASTC, it will fall under, okay, it will fall under this quadrant and this quadrant. Okay, how do I calculate this quadrant and this quadrant? In the first quadrant, your answer will be the value of alpha itself. Okay, alpha was the base angle that we calculated just now. Okay, y'all just draw this diagram here first. If it's in the second quadrant, only my sine is positive. That means my cos and my tangent is negative. Second quadrant, you'll take 180 minus alpha. Third quadrant, only my tangent is positive. So this one, sine and cos is negative. Now we only want to look at these two. So you need to see based on the equation that they give you in the question. You have done it already. Okay, understand, right? Okay, then the last one is 360 minus alpha. Okay, if you want in detail, I've recorded, I think, a 1.5 hour lesson purely just on this part here. Okay, not many marks, 2 marks, but at least know how to get this part here. Okay, so we need to take these two quadrants. Your answer will be alpha, which is 72.9 degrees. Then the other answer is 360 minus 72.9 degrees. Okay, we should get 287.1 degrees. So this one, 72.9 and 287.1 degrees. Okay, just to clarify, if negative, the quadrant we get is the sine and the tangent, right? Yes, for cos. Okay, so if they say what cos x equals to negative 0.294, that means you use which one? You get this quadrant and this quadrant. Okay, so your answer for this one will be x equals to 180. The alpha is the same alpha. 180 minus 72.9 and 180 plus 72.9. Yes, this under trigonometry. Trigonometry. Okay, I think 2 weeks ago, actually, I shared inside the group. Ask you all to watch it. You all go and see under trigonometry. Okay, question 24. Okay, sorry, any more question? Any more question here? Okay, you see the negative one, just to make sure that all of you understand here. You go and try, you put shift cos negative 0.294. You see, you will only get one of the answer, all right? Which is 107.1 degrees. Okay, so the thing is, you don't put the negative value. You need to find your base angle first. So whether it's positive or negative, your your first step here, right, is still you find what is your alpha first, which is this one, 0.294. So you're going to ignore the negative first. The positive and the negative is to figure out which quadrant do you put in at your A, S, T, or C. Okay, let's go to question 24. X squared minus 16x plus a can be written in the form x plus b bracket square. Find the value of a and the value of b. Okay, this one you just open up the bracket, then we compare it. X plus b squared, which is x squared plus 2bx plus b squared. Okay, I want to compare with this one, x squared minus 16x plus a. Compare both of these values. Okay, so this 2b is equals to 16, b squared is equals to a. So 2b is equals to negative 16, b is equals to negative 8. b squared is equals to a. b squared is negative 8 squared equals to a. a is equals to positive 64. So 64 and negative 8. And you need to find the b first before you find the a. Okay, next one. You use a different way but same answer. You use b squared minus 4ac. b squared minus 4ac? Or completing the square, is it? Okay, whichever way lah. Okay, whichever way that is easy for your. Okay, just compare it. Okay, question 25. A bag contains 2 green buttons, 5 red buttons, and 6 blue buttons. 2 buttons are taken at random from the bag without replacement. Okay, this is a probability question. Calculate the probability that the 2 buttons are different colors. Okay, how to do this? 2 buttons are different colors. 2 ways to do this. You can either write down all your different ways of choosing the button. So that means green, red, red, blue, green, blue. Okay? Then you multiply it by 2 to find the answer. Correct, right? Okay, or what is the other way? Is there another way to do this? The other way that you can do is you take like that. 1 minus the probability of same color. Okay, so I want to find green, green, red, red, blue, blue. Okay, the probability of green, green, red, red, and blue, blue. Okay, what is green, green? Green, green. Okay, probability of getting green, green. Maybe don't use the color. GG. Okay, what's the calculation here? 2 over 13 times 1 over 12. Okay, because this is a without replacement. Without replacement means you take out of the bag already, no more. So your this part and this part here will also minus 1. Next one, red, red. Red, red will be 5 over 13 times 4 over 12. Third one, blue, blue. Okay, blue, blue will be 6 over 13 times 5 over 12. Okay, calculate this. Okay, this one will be 1 over 78, 5 over 39. And then this one will be 6 over 13 times 5 over 12. Okay, 5 over 26. Okay, anyone don't understand this part here? Okay, understand what am I doing here? Without replacement means you need to take it out from the bag and then you minus. Okay, you minus off. So now what we can do is you 1 minus all of this value. Okay, we should get 2 over 3. Okay. Explain why must be minus 1. Because without replacement. Without replacement. Okay, so imagine you got a bag here like that. Okay, let's imagine you got a bag. You got 5 red like that. 3, 4, 5. 2 green. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue. Okay, let's say you take green, right? Green out like that. Your first one, you take green already. So this green is out already. That means no more here already. Okay, so the second time when you put your hand and go and choose, how many green left do you have inside? One more green, and your total also got one less, right? Which is, you got how many more left inside? 12, right? Therefore, your second time when you take is 1 over 12. Make sense? Okay, so imagine you put your hand inside the bag, you take it out. Same goes for all of this also. Okay, you see, 5, 13. The first time I take the red one, I take it out already. One is outside already. You don't put back the ball. You got one less over here. Okay, one less over here. And then your total also got one less. This is called a without replacement. So imagine yourself taking out the ball. Okay, one last one. Question 26. A is the point 61, B is the point 27. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB. Give your answer in the form y equals mx plus c. Okay, this is under your straight line equation question. You need to find midpoint. You need to find gradient. Then you put into y equals mx plus c to find the c value. Okay, let's find the gradient first. Gradient of AB is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is 7 minus 1 over 2 minus 6. Okay, your answer here is negative 3 over 2. Okay, when we want to find perpendicular bisector, we need to find the gradient of normal. Gradient of normal is just the negative reciprocal. Okay, negative reciprocal. If it's positive, it will become negative. If negative, it will become positive. Then you inverse it. The meaning of reciprocal is inverse. Okay, so this is your m value, the gradient of the normal. Okay, next thing we need to find is what is your midpoint of AB. Midpoint, 6 plus 2 over 2, 7 plus 1 over 2. You get 4, 4. Okay, we are going to use this and this to find the c value. Okay, we need to put it into we need to put this into y equals mx plus c. Okay, some of you will ask me, teacher, can I use the MF formula or not? Y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. Technically can, okay? But you just hope that the marker understand what you are doing. Okay, so y equals mx plus c. We put this 4 equals to 2 over 3 times 4 plus c. This will be 8 over 3 plus c. C is equals to 4 over 3. Okay, therefore your final value, you use this one, you use your gradient, get your c. So y equals to 2 over 3x plus 4 over 3. Okay, easy, this paper? I think quite easy already, right? You all have done so many paper already. Okay, so this is the end of February-March 2024, paper 2-2. Okay, I'll send this to you all. Okay, this is it. Let's move on to our next agenda.